You're listening to the Freelance Blend Podcast, episode 153.
Welcome to the Freelance Blend Podcast, where we entertain, educate and engage freelancers from the Philippines and across the globe. And now, here's your host, Marv De Leon.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, Blenders. This is Marv De Leon of Freelance Blend Podcast with another special episode of the podcast. And I'd like to say, first of all, thank you for continuing to listen to us or view us in Facebook and YouTube. And I really appreciate your support. And for the past few weeks, hindi tayo masyado nakakalabas na episode, but we're trying to get back on track kasi yun super busy lately. But for today, we have very special guest. This guy I met sometime last year if I'm not mistaken, nakikilala ko na siya sa mga groups and sa ating Blenders chat group. And then he attended one of our meetups last year and dun ko siya personally nakilala. And since then, we've worked together sa Facebook ads workshop with Manila Workshops and Quanti Social. And since then, I've seen his brand grow slowly but surely as the Facebook ads guru or expert sa he's known in our world, sa aming mga freelancers, as the go-to person when it comes to Facebook advertising. So, I invited Julian, our guest today, Julian Canita, here to discuss not only Facebook advertising, not only story, but a better topic, I think, na hindi pa natin natatakil in the Freelance Blend podcast is yung pricing, especially when you're able to have an opportunity to get a big client or a big project na kailangan ng more help, and especially kung nandun na opportunity na sometimes you need help from other freelancers. So that happened to us. We are also joined forces, kami ni Julian, for this particular client, and we want to share paano namin tinackle yon when it comes to creating the proposal and the pricing for that client. So first, let's introduce Julian. So hello, Julian. Thanks for joining us dito sa show. I'll just unpin my video.
Hi everyone. Thank you, Marv. Thank you for inviting me here.
So yan, thank you for joining us finally. Matagal na natin pinlano.
Yes.
Well, siguro yun yung pinag-usapan natin is, so kami ni Julian, we joined forces for a particular client. And while we were doing that, so kasi meron iba-ibang style yan, to iba-ibang ways to kumbaga to price. So merong certain styles, Julian, merong certain style ako. So we kumbaga pinagsama namin yung aming styles to come up with our pricing for this particular client. And we know that something that I'm sure most freelancers encounter, yung okay, so dumaan na ako sa discovery call and it seems na interesado na si client. Now, humingi na siya ng proposal. So, paano na? Ano nang gagawin ko? And at the same time, ang dami niyang while inside the discovery call, ang dami ko na-discover na problem si client na I think I can help him not just by myself but with other fellow freelancers. So, yan, haba ng intro ko. So, that's why, I invited Julian to join us. But before we talk about that, our topic, can you talk first about yourself muna? How, Julian, how you became a freelancer and how you transitioned into Facebook advertising?
Okay. Yay. So, hi everyone. So, yeah, ayun. Bale, I started actually ng 2015. So what happened was, here, yung work ko before was supervisor ako ng reservations team ng isang hotel. And then, yung wife ko, yung girlfriend ko at the time, my fiance at the time, was in Malaysia. So, noong 2015, we got married. And then after, before we got married, I resigned kasi the plan was after we got married, I would go with her sa Malaysia. So that's what happened. So we got married in March. I went to Malaysia and then I started looking for a job, a hotel job. Kasi yun, alam kong kaya kong gawin eh. Tapos, ang problems ko noon were, number one, may dependent visa ako, so I was allowed to stay in Malaysia for a long time, but I was not allowed to work. And number two, what made the hotel job worth it here sa Philippines was the service charge. Actually, a lot of the times, or all the time, mas mataas pa yung service charge dun sa basic pay namin. So that's what made it worth it talaga. Ngayon, here I go sa Malaysia, hanap ako ng hotel job, hindi pala uso ang service charge. So there's that.
Fixed
and then
fixed.
Yes, yung basic pay lang siya. And number two, no one was willing to sponsor my work visa. Kasi kailangan kong i-convert yung dependent visa ko to work visa. At that time, it costs 10,000 ringgit, which was basically 100,000 pesos.
Okay.
Tapos, and that's just to process it. Pero hindi pa sure na mabibigyan ako ng visa. Para mabigyan ako ng working visa kasi, the supposed employer, should be able to prove to immigration na hindi nila kayang maghanap within the local workforce nung work ko. Ang work ko was basically customer support kasi I answer the phone, nag-ano ako. So it wasn't very technical. So even then, kaya din walang gusto sponsor sa akin, it was difficult for people to justify na to get me instead of a local Malaysian. Mm-hmm. So it was difficult for me to look for a job. I got one offer pero yun yung mababa, and then sabi namin ng wife ko it wasn't worth it. So eventually sabi ko sa wife ko, I'll probably just start a business. Sige, pumayag naman siya. So yay. My initial plan was to do food listings website dun sa place where I was, which was in Penang, Malaysia. Okay yung mga food doon. Ang problem was they weren't listed masyado sa Google when you search. Kasi sort of parang probinsya siya and hindi masyadong ma-online yung mga local businesses. Mm-hmm. So kami, dahil new kami to the place, we didn't want to stop and go around and lakad-lakad to look for a place. Gusto namin, bago kami umalis ng bahay, alam na namin kung saan kami pupunta. Mm-hmm. And it was difficult for us to do that kasi hindi namin mahanap yung mga restaurants eh.
Anong year to?
2015.
Okay.
2015. So I developed a plan na parang website siya, nakalist lahat ng website, yung lahat ng restaurants. Tapos pwede mo siyang isort. So I asked help from my developer na kasi na parang itong restaurant na to fast food. Kung gusto mo na fast food, i-filter mo lang fast food, makikita mo yung ganun. Ang problem was, sobrang rookie ako sa paggawa ng business. Yung mga inuna kong mga bagay, yung mga hindi importante. Number one, inuna ko, how should I be able to operate sa Malaysia na legally? So parang nagtagal ko nag-study until eventually I had to incorporate. So may company ako just for that.
In Malaysia?
I hired a designer for letterheads, business cards, ganyan. Tagal ko inisip yung name, yung business name, calling cards, ganyan. So those unimportant stuff rather than focusing on the actual
wala
product.
Client. I mean, di mo pa validate yung...
Yes. Tapos, super excited ako. So, meron akong very mini version ng website na functional siya. So, sabi ko, sige, promote ko. So, I studied actually, doon ako nag-aral ng Google Ads saka Facebook Ads to promote that website. So, promote. Wala namang restaurant na nagbabayad sa akin para mapalit.
Wala nag-list.
So, basically, 3 months na puro ganon. Then spending, siguro, thousands din yung ad spend ko nun. Tapos, sabi ko, parang wala na to. Sanang sayang. So, I stopped. And then, naisip ko, what can I do para maka-earn? So, I decided to go back to freelance, to Upwork. kasi I started noong 2011, nung wala pa akong trabaho after ko mag-graduate, nag-o-desk ako to write articles at 50 cents per article. So binalikan ko lang yung profile ko. Sabi ko, nga pala may ganito. So binalikan ko yung profile ko. Sabi ko, sige nga, ano na bang mga jobs dito? So doon ka nakita na meron palang mga freelancing jobs for Google Ads and Facebook Ads, which I was doing already. Yeah. So since I had the skills na, sabi ko, yun na lang din yung offer ko. Kasi my plan was to do content writing ulit. Tapos, so I started offering my skills. Actually, AdWords specifically. Kasi AdWords yung mas expertise ko nun. And then I was gotten by an agency client. Tapos, so they got me for AdWords. So they were giving me clients. I do AdWords for them. Tapos parang after a few months, nawala na yung mga AdWords clients. Pero ang binabato sa akin, puro Facebook ads clients. So, I learned Facebook ads down slowly. Tapos, nakatulong na dahil agency client sila, hindi ko hawak yung hinahanap kong client or client profile. So, iba-iba. So, binabato lang sa akin yung mga clients, ito yung product, ito yung service nila, gawin mo ng campaign. So gawa. So, I think 2 years na ganun, kaya na-develop yung skill set ko specifically sa Facebook ads until like we came home here ng 2017 last year. And then I ended things with the agency client. Actually, they ended things with me, and then that's when I started na getting my all my other clients na, so direct na, hindi na ako with an agency. Tapos that was when I started getting into mga communities na din. Kasi nung the whole time na nasa Malaysia ako, wala akong community na nakakasama and nakakausap and all. So when we came back, so that was when I got into some of the groups, and then yung blenders nga then. Tapos ayun, tuloy-tuloy. Tapos became friends with you guys. Tapos ayun, and we're here now. So yeah. So yun nangyari.
So 2017 ka lang pala bumalik dito. Last year lang talaga.
Almost a year to date. Mga end of March kami bumalik eh. So ano bang April ngayon eh. So almost a year.
So yung na-meet kita, mga August yata yung meet-up. Ilang buwan ka pa lang ulit dito after staying in Malaysia for 2 years.
For 2 years, yes.
Yeah, balikan ko yung kwento mo, no? Kasi yung number one from your story na you focused on building the business first than before validating the idea. Parang it will come to play kung anong ginagawa natin ngayon, di ba? Kasi una muna yung with yung pinaplano nating agency. Actually, kasi nga plano pa nga lang siya eh. Kasi inuna muna natin makuha yung client before we even
develop processes.
The processes, even the pricing. So, I think, and tama-tama yung number 2, yung sabihin natin, topic kahapon sa chat, di ba? Yung failure, di ba? Na although it seems na at the time failure yun sa'yo, it wasn't kasi you learned about business, about Google Ads, about Facebook Ads, which in a short span of time, na, di ba, na-turn around mo agad siya into what you're doing right now.
Yeah. Kasi parang if you look at yung shucks, nag-fail na ako, sige, move on na lang ako. Pero there's always something to be learned na parang hindi siya complete failure, and failure is subjective naman. It's how you look at it.
Ang ganda ng discussion kahapon sa chat
actually,
sa topic natin na failure. And I'm sure yung mga blenders natin na who are in the group chat can relate. Pinost din naman natin yung sa Facebook group, pero mas maganda lang exchange sa chat. Anyway, pero ang question ko siguro, what made you push through na getting those setbacks, yun nga, hindi ka ma-approve sa I don't know, ano tawag doon, yung sabi mo na working
yung kailangan ko ng yung work visa,
tapos wala kang makuhang sponsor, and then nagtayo ka ng business, tapos it didn't work. So what made you what made you push through despite all those, again, quote unquote failures?
Yeah, well, it was medyo to be honest, medyo pride din kasi sure, we just got married, and at the time, dahil nag-resign na ako, it was just my wife providing for us, and I wanted to be able to prove to myself, to her, and syempre to our families na I can equally provide din na for both of us, for our family. Kasi at the time I had no means of income na. So I really had to find a way na parang kung mag quote unquote fail ako dun sa isa, hindi pwedeng okay, wala kasi it won't get me to where I want to be, di ba? So lipat lang ng kung nasiraan ka ng sasakyan, lipat ka lang ng ibang sasakyan to get to where you want to go. Parang gano'n.
And that's good na you're being honest to us na it's pride, kasi some people won't really admit, or maybe ina-admit nila sa sarili nila but they won't do anything about it na let's say they'll just let the wife be the breadwinner, sila magtambay na lang lagi sa bahay, like. Pero that's good that you're open to sharing that, and talagang that became your motivation to talagang strive, kasi especially that may kid na kayo ngayon, di ba?
Yes. So naging drive naman talaga siya, at least to start lang. To start, hindi naman siya like up to now, hindi naman na pride yung parang motivating at least to start nung time na yan. It was very helpful kasi talagang I felt myself really push. So yeah.
I can also relate kasi my wife is also working now in the corporate world, and siya yung sabihin nating breadwinner when it comes to yung amount of income being brought inside in our family funds. But yun din yung parang motivation ko na dapat at least I can provide as well, at least pantayan, or even at least makapag-provide din for our family, kasi especially that we have 2 kids din, so more motivation. It's really apart from pride, yung family rin at the end of the day, na magkaroon silang better life.
Yes.
Yan na. Para na naging kuya. Napunta tayo sa alayo, no, sa topic, yung ating topic na so how to price big projects and collaborate with a super team of freelancers. So
yes.
Paano nga ba gagawin to in your own words, Julian?
Yeah, well, kasi siguro in my experience din, at least especially the 2 years na nasa Malaysia ako, and nung I wasn't in the communities talaga, I was doing everything on my own. So at least lahat ng bigay sa akin na clients, puro Facebook ads, ganun. Meron akong may times na may bibigay sa akin ibang additional na work, and I had to email. I would do a few emails, pero hindi man ako email copywriter or anything. So pero wala pa ako actually concept nun of collaborating with others. So sabi ko, sige, I'll try. So I did naman, pero syempre the quality wasn't really good. I think when I was part of the different communities na, doon ko na-realize na actually makakatulong pa sa client mo if you are able to refer them to other people whose expertise it is yung kailangan nila. Kasi compare mo dun sa yung kanina na may pinagawa si client. Kasi sometimes may mentality na ako gagawa, parang para ako lang yung makaka-benefit, kumbaga.
Yeah.
Ako na lang gagawa, ng email, ako na lang gagawa ng social media mo para sa akin. But hindi naman ako magaling doon, yung mga experience doon. So magsasuffer din yung quality, magsasuffer din yung kalalabasan sa client. As compared to if you refer them to one of the other freelancers in the communities whose job it is talaga na day in, day out yung ginagawa nila, alam talaga nila. You're actually able to provide a better service to your client. Parang, in my experience, gumaganda pa yung tingin nila sa'yo kasi they know that you're looking out for them and their business.
Yes.
So I think when it comes to big projects na outside of your skill set yung mga required nung client, I think really the best way is to collaborate, to look for well, ideally friends, para it's very nice to work with friends. Pero we are in a community, sa Blenders community, we can look from within our circles ng mga people who we can work with to be able to better service our clients. So nakatulong ka na sa client mo, nakatulong ka pa ng ibang freelancer. So it's kind of win-win-win.
Add ko rin doon sa sinabi mo na if you let's say yun nga outsource to other freelancers, yung benefit naman sa akin or sa'yo as a freelancer is you can get more other gigs na under your specialty. Let's say Facebook ads ka. Tapos yun nga, so hindi mo kailangan gawin yung email. So you can outsource that, and you can find more clients na Facebook ads din, and
yes,
for you mas magiging expert ka. You really mag-laser focus ka on what Facebook ads, say especially now ang daming mga updates, alam mo yan, and mas magni-niche ka, and you can find more clients at the same time. Yung hindi masasayang yung time mo working on stuff na hindi naman strength mo. So that's yung win naman on your part as a freelancer.
Add ko lang doon, yung sa experience ko pala, actually before, nung naghanap ako maghanap like last year ng client sa Upwork, lagay ko parang digital marketing. Siyempre, ang dami. Lahat yan, apply. It was only when I told myself to focus and said, mag-Facebook ads lang ako. Facebook ads lang yung gagawin kong service. It was actually much easier to look for jobs and bid for jobs. Kaya lagay ko na lang, Facebook ads. Kukunti yung pagpipilian ko. So mas makakapag-focus ako pag gagawa ako ng letter, mas specific, ganun. As compared to mag-apply ako, AdWords, ganun. Social media, okay, ganun.
Yeah.
So, yun, just in line with that na parang if you, parang very helpful talaga kapag you just stick to a specific skill set, and yun yung i-offer.
Yeah, especially if let's say Upwork ka mag-a-apply, may limit naman yan sa connects, di ba? So if mauubos yun kung if you apply kunyari digital marketing, puro digital marketing, if focus on Facebook ads, at least mas save mo yung mga connects. So now, we'd like to show them yung na-prepare natin na template. So let's say, yun na nga, you went through a discovery call with the client, and then you were able to get the pains and problems na kailangan i-resolve, and let's say, ayun na, nasa naka-open na yung, let's say, gagawa kang proposal, Word document, and you're facing a blank screen. So let's say nalagay mo na doon yung mga services, and then nandun ka na sa paano ko ba ipepresyo to? So yun na yung age-old question on how to price, ano ba yung paano ko ba ipapresyo yung project na it won't be super high na mata-turn off si client, and it won't be super low na lugi ka. So, and how can I, assuming na, let's say, gusto natin na long-term, di ba? Na we find the best client to work with, na we want to work with that client for in the long run, na how do we position ourselves na the same time na may ita-trial muna natin na we'll make sure na okay ba talaga to si client na to, and malalaman din ni client na okay tayo, and if we want to continue with the relationship, how do we price yung ongoing maintenance, kung kunyari ano ba tawag doon, recurring
yung retainer
service. Retainer, yun, tama, retainer service. So can you share the screen, tapos i-speaker view kita para mas makita nila yung
sige, ito yung sample lang na ginawa namin. Ayan. Let me know kung nakikita mo na siya.
Yeah, kita naman. Siguro i-click mo yung arrow sa right mo. Sa ilalim ng icon mo. Yung icon mo. Under yung share. Tapos may arrow dyan. Up.
Okay.
Naka-points.
Ito.
Yan.
Yun.
Nice. Tapos baka pwede palang, sorry, i-zoom pa lang. Ayun, 100%. Gawin natin 125 or 150.
Yan. Okay, better. Okay. Ayun. So in this sample, parang ito yung list of parang deliverables kay client. So kailangan ng website, kailangan maayos yung current website. They need blog content, they need someone to do their social media, they need to run paid ads, they need to set up email marketing, they need to set up a landing page and a lead magnet, and they need set up ng website analytics for tracking and all. So based on these deliverables, siguro we'll start with ano ba yung sa atin, 'di ba? Kasi syempre we'll price yung sa atin muna. So this is kaya siya dalawa. This is the parang first month or yung trial basis. And it deals with talagang yung initial work. So mas build talaga. So talagang build the website, build the landing page, build the lead magnet, set up yung analytics, and then yung initial setup ng ads, emails, and social media. So the tentative yung nilagay natin dito is 1 month, and then let's start with yung parang expertise natin and yung nagagawin talaga natin. So that would be sa paid ads, and then sa analytics for me. So we set them here at 50,000 for the paid ads. That's to set up yung so that's initial research. Actually, yung research naman would be helpful for the whole project. Pero syempre for the ads, meron kang research for the audience, for the copy. And then sa setup ng analytics, kasi we want to, din sa specific website na to, we want to be able to track what people are doing and have certain actions din na gusto natin matrack na for conversions, like signing up for a lead magnet, calling the client, ayun, yung mga ganun.
Just to add, Julian, and again to repeat lang na that's why ang dami niyan kasi our topic today is, let's say you're faced with a big project and this hypothetical client starting from scratch, as in wala siyang website, wala siyang social media, hindi siya paid ads, wala siyang email marketing, wala siyang landing page, wala siyang web analytics. So totally, let's say a traditional company na gustong mag-digital marketing. So that's why again the price naman, again guide lang yan, hindi yan the actual price. So it really depends on your pricing. Pero just to give you an idea na yung since yung bulk of the work will be on the first month, or maybe kung abutin 2-3 months, what we did is we priced really higher kasi nga mas malaki yung scope of work. And if you compare it later on the right, which Julian will discuss, mas maliit na kasi let's say tumatakbo na yung website, tumatakbo na yung social media, it's really maintenance lang. Again, let's say yung client wala siyang expertise with digital marketing or wala siyang digital marketing department. So kumbaga the client is outsourcing the digital marketing task to you. Tama ba, Julian?
Yes, I mean that's actually how I kind of position them minsan. So, yeah.
Excuse me.
So in terms of our service, at least yung pinaprovide talaga namin ni Marv, we completely sa amin na yung kami na mag-set kung how much. So we just based it on yung usual pricing. Ngayon, how about itong mga other services or other deliverables na hindi naman namin it's not within our scope. So that's the website development, blog content, social media. These are the deliverables that we we collaborated with other freelancers then to help us with. Ngayon, if you would be doing the same, there's actually other multiple ways to go about it. In our case, what we did was, so we approached people who do these services, and then we asked them for their rate. So we talked about, parang pinag-usapan namin, kailangan namin ng ganito, ganyan. Tapos, for us, we just got it at cost. Kung ano yung binigay nila sa aming rate, yun na din yung nilagay namin dun sa proposal. You could actually also do what we call white label na service. Pag sabi mong white label, excuse me, that is parang naka-agency model ka na talaga, and you're getting someone, you're outsourcing this particular service. So what happens is, if itong si website development right now offer yung kasama namin is offering it at 25,000, you can offer it to the client at a higher price. So parang 30 or 35. Tapos by getting his or her service, you're also getting a little parang profit na parang which is how an agency works naman. And then there's also what we call yung model na parang may finder's fee. So I've had this experience na ako, kunwari, for this client, kailangan ng website development. We don't do website development. So hanap kami ng developer. So parang sabi niya, yung client naghahanap ng developer, gusto mo connect kita. So the conversation will now be between si client and the developer. But pwede kong sabihin kay developer na, pero if kung anong, ikaw na bahala sa pricing and all, but I'll be asking for a 10% finder's fee, parang ganon. So that's something internal na between you and yung ka-collaborate mo. So those are models that you can do kapag in terms of collaboration. Pero syempre you would want din na comfortable both of you dun sa arrangement.
Yeah.
So
tama. Sorry, just to add yung sa white label na maglalagay ka ng buffer. I think it's okay kasi ang mangyari with this setup, let's say the web developer, hindi niya na kailangan kumausap sa client directly, ikaw lang kausap, and kumbaga ikaw yung main contact person ni client. So in a way, that's na rin, in a way, syempre time mo rin yon talking to the client, kailangan magkumausap sa client every time. So I think that's why people also do that in white label pricing, and that's okay to put up. And in the freelancing industry, I'm sure alam naman yan ng other freelancers na like agencies or white label agencies do that. Talagay sila buffer. So if let's say ikaw yung freelancer na in-approach na maging, let's say, contractor, then make sure na yung pricing mo is meron ka ng, hindi na sobrang baba. Meron ka, komportable ka sa price na binibigay mo kasi you know that na dadagdagan pa yon ng agency. So make sure may balance din na it's not too high, it's not too low naman. Na at least komportable ka sa pricing.
Yeah, very very important talaga na comfortable ka kasi kung hindi doon magkakaroon na parang animosity, tapos parang baka tamarin ka na, tapos parang hirap naman. So so it's very important for you to be open about it regardless kung anong side ka dun sa arrangement na yun. So for example, ngayon I have an arrangement na parang ito yung services ko, but you can offer it to other clients from your circle. Pwede mong patungan. I'm okay lang, parang up to you na how much. Parang so ganun yung arrangement namin. Ako comfortable ako sa sinet kong fee. If that person offers my service at twice the price, de win-win kami. Ako okay naman ako sa So very important na ikaw, regardless kung anong side ka, comfortable sa'yo.
Yeah, tama.
Ayun.
Okay. So
ayun, that
sa
is
monthly or
for the project. Again, kaya siya malaki kasi it deals with the bulk of the work. Talagang building the website, setting up the ad campaigns, ganun. And then we have yung set up the monthly retainer naman. And kaya siya mas mababa kasi it mostly deals with maintenance na lang, checking tweaks here and there, making sure everything's still working. Kaya mas mababa yung individual na pricing for the deliverables. And at the same time, we removed the one-time thing, which is the lead magnet and landing page. Pero we included the fee for a project manager to oversee the whole project. Na parang, again, we have to make sure that everything na sinet up namin dun sa 1 month period is working well. Syempre, we'll be there naman to check din. Pero we would want then someone na dedicated to check kung merong to check day in day out kung okay ba siya, kung may concerns yung client, tapos hindi namin ma-address agad. At least someone would be there to be able to assist. So yun yung dinagdag namin there. Again, the price we put here is the price na in-offer din sa amin nung ka-collaborate namin.
Yeah.
Just
to add, yung what we're teaching here is our decision, our style. Again, there's many ways to price. We're not saying this is the correct way, but yung goal namin for this episode is to just give you ideas. Kasi some naman, let's say para sila makapasok sa isang client just to get their foot in the door is to price low initially sa project, and then eventually doon na nila tataasan sa monthly. So that's another style. That's again, walang tamang sagot dito, walang maling sagot. So it's really just to give you ideas, and hopefully kung you're stuck when it comes to pricing, we're able to help. Do you have anything more to add, Julian?
Actually, dun sa point lang that you just said, just to share kung how different yung different pricing models are. Share ko yung nakita ko, like for me, for Facebook ads. So for Facebook ads, it's basically a similar service lang din sa other advertisers. Pero iba yung nakita kong pricing model. So there are, for me, dahil honestly, dahil tamad ako mag-compute and mag anything, I have a monthly retainer. I know people na naka per hour. I know people na naka by campaign. So each campaign, ito yung babayaran mo, 30 days na mag-run. If you want to run it ulit, it's another payment. That's kung 3 campaigns yun, 3 ganun. And then there is mga percentage based. So percentage of ad spend. So kung anong spend ng ad campaign, percentage nun yung makuha mo. And there's also commission based. And out of these na madami, there's also a combination of all of them. So pwedeng retainer na merong per percentage. So lahat yon are all acceptable na arrangements, and each have their pros and cons. So again, it will all go back to what you are comfortable with.
Yes.
So ayan. So again, there's walang tama dun sa lahat ng na-mention ko. It's just what you're comfortable with, and so it's completely up to you.
And ayun yung kagandahan ng being a freelancer na business owner minded, na you set the price. You don't kumbaga just follow yung the status quo. You can set your own price. So that's what I love about being a freelancer. Ganun ka rin ba, Julian?
It's yung parang yung freedom talaga, not just yung yung freedom in all aspects of it. Parang syempre we do the work, but it's not complete freedom. Pero yung compare mo lang to, like ako, kino-compare ko lang lagi to how I was when I was working. Grabe yung freedom na pwede akong like kanina I was sleepy, so
Hindi, tsaka tama ka doon. Yung as an employee, you can't choose how your employer will pay you. di ba?
Yes. Tama.
The employer decides. You can haggle, but at the end of the day, usually you can't haggle. Kung ano lang ibigay sa'yo, yun na. And kung ma-increase ka or wala, how big your increase or not, you don't have control over that. So I think that's the bottom line of what we want to show you today. And at the same time, being a freelancer, you can work not just on solo projects. You can also work on bigger projects and earn bigger income.
Yeah. So you don't have to limit yourself to mga jobs. Parang kasi minsan baka may makita kang jobs na kaya social media ka, pero ay kailangan din ng email marketing. Hindi ako nag-email marketing eh. Oh well, ganun.
Yeah.
So at least have the, especially when you're important na part ka ng communities eh.
Yes.
Kasi you can ask for help. Yeah. Parang, merong sinong interested na may kailangan na email marketing dito. Tulungan tayo. Kasi ako, I'm very happy ngayon. Most of my clients now are mostly puro collaborative. So, as compared to before na ako, with working with the agency ngayon, masaya na, I got to work with friends then. If even just for that aspect of being able to work with people na gusto mo talaga, na who are fun and all, it's super super motivating then.
Yeah. Tama, kaya nga tayo nag-work together, di ba?
Yes.
Okay, so anything more to add about this topic, Julian?
Wala naman. So I hope I hope na share naman natin yung gusto nating ma-achieve, which is for one, ako personally to promote collaboration, and to not be scared of mga potential big projects kasi there's always a way, and you don't have to do it alone.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Tama. So if you can siguro unshare muna your screen. Okay. Yan. So well, thank you for that, Julia. I hope na maraming natutunan yung ating mga viewers and listeners. Now, ganito na lang. Siguro if they have questions about this particular topic, kunyari, let's say, ngayon nga, meron silang nakausap na client and may questions sila on how to approach the pricing. Maybe they can just we'll post this video naman sa Facebook page ng Freelance Blend. Just comment below that and tag us so we can answer any of your questions. So this will be evergreen naman. So this will also be in YouTube.
Yes.
So you can also post your comments below the video. So now, Julian, since
meron akong isang dagdag ko lang.
Sure.
Since sa blenders naman to, di ba? Sa blenders naman to, I remember we actually have a sheet of people na mga blenders, and they put there kung what they do, ganun.
Yes.
Para if we could share that link dun sa post din, para if you're in this situation na kailangan nyo ng other services na to offer your clients, tas siguro nahihiya kayo mag-post sa group or sa chat, at least we have that directory. If you haven't signed up for it yet, I think you can naman, Google Sheet naman siya.
Yes.
The sheet is there for this particular reason din. Na kung may hinahanap kayo specific service, you can approach that person. You can message that person.
And sila rin, just tama. Good point. For them to fill up na rin, yung sa ating list of members, lagay na rin nila yung contact details sila so that the other way around naman, if somebody needs your expertise, then meron pwedeng mag-work sa inyo.
Yes.
Sa inyo. And we really want to promote yung collaboration among Filipino freelancers. Kasi especially with this, may particular client ako, so yung merong ibang nationality ng web developer niya, and mukhang nagkakaproblema. And actually, ngayon lang talaga yan. It's happening now. So I'm planning to that's why nag-post ako the other day looking for developers, and I'm planning to suggest na Pinoy na lang i-hire mo para walang problema. Kasi iba-iba rin yung hindi ko na sabihin ko anong nationality, pero may ibang nationality na hindi Pinoy, hindi friendly eh. So that's why collaboration talaga is very important, especially sa ating freelancers.
Sometimes din kasi may mga clients who prefer talking to one person lang eh. Diba? So imagine if that one person is you, tapos yung mga ka-collaborate mo, yung katrabaho mo, para it would be easier for the client din kasi kaya sabihin sa'yo, this is what I need, gano'n. You can easily communicate it then with yung mga ka-work mo, especially kung friends din.
Definitely. Tapos meron ding ibang, ayun nga, well, for this particular client, kausap niya directly yung developer na yan, medyo mahirap nga kausap. So, talagang gusto ko na sabihin na Pinoy na lang i-hire mo para wala ka ng problema. And I hope, ayun nga, sa mga nakikinig dito, you do the same for your client. If napansin nyo na nagkakaproblema siya with this particular person, then refer other blenders so that we grow our community and make everyone prosperous.
Yes.
So so I think Julian, you'll be announcing a special promotion exclusively for our blenders community. So take it away. Share mo yung screen mo.
Sige. So thank you Mar for inviting me here, and thank you guys for listening. Hope you we were able to you were able to learn something naman. To those who don't know me, my name is Julian, and I do Facebook ads. Yan yung main service ko. Like last year, na mentioned din ni Marv na we started working together, doing workshops. And I think naging advocacy ko na rin is to really promote Facebook ads, especially to help Filipino business owners sa business nila, as well as freelancers who want to do this for their business or for other people's business. So to help spread that, I'm actually coming out with a workshop, a Facebook Ads Basics workshop. It's going to be on May 5 sa Makati. It's a Warehouse 8 na co-working space. So it's really aimed for business owners and for freelancers who want to be able to learn how to do this, get started. So I'm just clarifying that basics talaga siya. It's really for people who want to get started. And the aim actually is for you to be able to run your first ad campaign during the workshop. So it's going to be on May 5. And for blenders, for you guys who are watching or listening this now, I'm offering you a special 20% discount dun sa tickets for the event. But it will only be for 2 days from when you're listening to this. So it's going to be, share ako ng screen. You can register at, it's a bit.ly link. It's bit.ly /JC Blenders. So Julian Canita tas Blenders. So bit.ly /JC Blenders. You'll be brought to a picture of me. So andun naman yung details nung event. So yan. So that's me. So if you want to, if you're a business owner who wants to learn how to grow your business through Facebook ads, if you're a freelancer who wants to learn how to do this as your service, or if you know anyone who thinks would benefit from this, I'm inviting you to my workshop. It's going to be on May 5 sa Makati. Tickets are at 5,000 or 4,995, but using this special link for yung JC Blenders, it's going to be 20% off, so nasa 3,995 siya. Actually, mga 21% off yun eh. Pero syempre, mas madali sabihin yung 20%. So, yan, I'm inviting everyone to please join. So, ayan lang. So, thank you. So, I hope to see you there.
Siguro if you can scroll down para makita nila specifically how to join.
So, ito yung page. Tapos, you can save your seat here.
Okay.
Yan, so ayusin ko. So okay. It's going to be for 2 days lang since you're once you listen to this. So just leave your name, email, and phone number. Tapos you'll be given instructions on the payment, whether you want PayPal, credit card, or bank deposit. Ayan. If you have any questions, just add me on Facebook. Sumasagot naman ako. So friendly naman ako, ni mga nanagat. If you want to learn like about more about like Facebook ads or anything, just message me.
Yeah. So, Julian, pakiulit yung ating link.
So it's bit.ly bit.ly/JC-Blenders.
JC, J as in
Julian,
Julian,
Canita.
C as in Canita, and Blenders.
Yes.
Ano ba yan? Ano tawag doon? Case sensitive. So,
Hindi naman.
Hindi naman.
Nilagay ko lang siya para as
so
far as
para
I know.
lang sa ating mga listeners, yan. Okay. Hindi sa case sensitive. So, JC Blenders.
We'll put a link din sa
So, ilalagay natin yan sa show notes and sa description ng video sa YouTube and sa Facebook page.
Yes.
Okay, so you can maybe unshare your screen yan. So again, thanks a lot, Julian. So your final message sa ating mga listeners and viewers?
Ayun lang. In relation to this kasi and yung siguro the past year then for me sa freelancing, I think really, really big yung being part of the community, so the Blenders community and yung freelancing community lang, na I get to learn from other people then even every day, really have good discussions. Yesterday we had a good one. Yesterday we also had really nice sharings from people. So like being part of communities, nakakatulong talaga siya for my own. It motivates me. And at the same time, in cases like this na merong mga big projects na we want to be able to service pero marami silang kailangan na hindi natin kaya provide, being part of that community, that collaborative community, we're still able to provide the service as well as help out other freelancers and team up with other freelancers then na syempre, when you work together, mas okay, diba? Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah. Ganda yun, ha? Teamwork makes the dream work. And ayun din, siguro don't hesitate to ask sa Blenders. You don't bite. You can ask stupid questions. You won't bite you. We're really very helpful. Kasi nga, yung goal talaga is to build a community of prosperous freelancers.
Yes.
So thank you again, JC, Julian Canita, of
Thanks,
Facebook Ads Guru of the Philippines. Okay, to our listeners and viewers, thank you very much and peace to everyone. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Freelance Blend podcast. For more details about the show and our thriving freelancer community, please visit us at www.freelanceblend.com.